I met a gypsy.
There's such a weird mentality where people think that America's the only place where people ride motocross, or it's so like condensed. But like you said, there's tracks in Saudi, Kuwait, Jordan, Israel. Like there's so many of these places that have a huge following. I mean, even like in India's massive population of riders. Like the sport is so closed off to the rest of the world, it seems like. And I think that as that opens up, there's way more people that ride motorcycles than drive cars.
Yeah.
Globally.
Yes.
I mean, it should be, motorcycle racing should be, I think, the biggest and most like the wealthiest sport.
I hope. Motorcycle is like soccer of the motorsport. For
sure. 100%. Because you go through like Indonesia.
Yeah.
It's all motorcycle. There's so many places in the world where you don't even, it's like almost impossible to own a car.
I raced in Indonesia Asian Championship in 2004, 4 I think. A 10th of 1,000 people came to watch the race. Like really sea of people. Really at that time. Crazy. I race in Indonesia, in Philippines. Like the crowd is crazy. Yeah.
I think so. I think last year they were supposed to go to Indonesia for the World Supercross, but I don't think the stadium was ready apparently. And then surely I know this year there won't be a Middle East Supercross, but surely when Supercross comes to the Middle East, like you'd have to think that would be pretty big. Do you think that if they did like I don't name a stadium, like a Etihad Arena, or if they did a Supercross in a stadium here, like do you think they'd sell that out?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Because it's really nice. Racing is really nice to watch.
Yeah.
And is a lot happens, you know. I like the new this Triple Crown thing. Yeah. Shorter races, a lot more can happen, you know, instead of everybody settling down to their positions. So if you create something like this, close racing, I think maybe the first year not, but you need to have patience with everything. I think by next year, if the year one you had good racing, close racing, then for sure next year you'll have a stadium full.
Yeah.
Sure.
Where would you do it? If it, like, let's say the World Supercross guys come to you and was like, hey, you're the dude, you're the man in the UAE for dirt bikes, where should we do the Supercross? Like, what should the plan be?
I would say between Abu Dhabi or Dubai. So in Abu Dhabi we have Coca-Cola Arena, we have this cricket stadium. In Abu Dhabi, one of the football clubs, you know, but everything has to, I think it again, back to our earlier point, it has to be communicated well, PR well. You know, you can bring the top of the top and you don't do much campaign behind it, nobody will come. You can bring normal riders, but you can pump up the media and with the banners, with a lot of PR work, you'll have a house full. Yeah. So it's important how you sell it to the people, because people have money and time. Yeah. You know, and these two key elements you want. Yeah. You know. Yeah. And the population here is not as big as some of the Asian countries we mentioned, but still we have roughly 10 million people living here, and we need let's say 30,000. Yeah. Yeah, like it's possible. Yeah. So where would we get the dirt from though? Where has good clay? Here we How far do we have to go to get the clay? This I think with what we tried with our place, we use sabkha. This is something you guys don't have. Is a good material which can hold together. It's not clay, but the only problem is it deteriorates a little bit faster than clay. But if the option is to bring something from outside, or there is no option to bring something from outside, so you can use this, and maybe you can put the hay bale.
Like the mulch kind of thing.
Yeah, you mix it with that, and then it should be okay.
How far would you have to go to get clay here?
We do have some clay in Northern Emirates. It's not much, but there is some.
Yeah, because I think that'd be the biggest challenge for like a legit Supercross here. But I think that what they'd have to do is they'd have to just invest, like it'd cost money for the first year. Yeah. But then you just have to get your clay, and then once you got enough of it, just store it and probably build the base out of the dirt that you're talking about. But I think once they do that and just put it on the calendar every year, and I mean the people here are just crazy about racing, like you said.
If you have enough clay to make for 2 separate stadiums, let's say in the future there are 2 rounds coming to Middle East, then you always, one is ready, then the other one is moving kinda. Yeah. Then you can store it with clays. Here we have so many warehouses. You can store in a compound or somewhere. Yeah, I think it happens at some point for sure. I thought this year it was going to happen, but I think it'll probably be next year. I hope so.
Yeah, I'm so stoked for it because it's just to see it be like, motorcycles are so global. Like I'm literally sitting here looking at all these places that you can, take a motorcycle and just to not have it represented all over the world. I mean, I just think we're missing out on so many fans, and it's like when by bringing in all of those people, that's what I think can start to elevate, because there's no question. I mean, I guess we all know, but there's just no question that some of the athletes are just, some of the best athletes in the world. Yeah, they are.
And we need to really keep, protect them. Protect our athletes. I would say if we had a good, again, back to this point, I don't want to keep repeating it. If we have a good reward system, people will not retire so soon as well. So now unfortunately, once we have a good name, like as soon as he started being well known and like he's peaking, he would retire. Like the guys would retire 26, 7. I would say.
How old's Ronaldo?
I don't know, 36,
Messi, all those guys.
36, yeah. So it's important because once you reach this level, let's say 26, 7, you made a brand name for yourself. Yeah. Then you can ride it out. Yeah. You can stay. Now what the guys are doing, they're retiring and they're using some small races because they don't want to go through this and through the hard work that they did. They don't want to risk it anymore because they know the reward system is not fair. It's not fair. The reward system is effort to money ratio is really,
and then you add the risk.
You add the risk. So if you make that gap good, then the guys you will see will have a lot more guys retiring very late. And that's what we need in the sport. Because what happens is when top riders they retire so soon, factories has no problem. There's MX2 guys who replace. He's okay. But if this guy stays, they know he's a threat. Because now he's more experienced. He's unlikely to be beaten. So he will name his price. So this both ways.
We're excited to announce the launch of our new membership site, GYPSYTales.com, packed with exclusive content and perks that you won't find anywhere else. This is your chance to become a part of the Gypsy Gang. And as a special bonus, if you sign up to an annual membership, you'll be entered into the draw to win our custom-built TC125. Gypsy Gang.